I just want to give us a very brief talk about healthy living. It's going to be more like an interactive session. The first question I want to ask, when we look at this picture, what do we see? We can see a bottle of whiskey, cigarette, donut, hamburger, and a chair. Which of these do you guys think is the most dangerous? Tell me. Cigarettes, thank you. What else? Anybody else? The most dangerous, yes. In terms of living healthy, which of these do you think is the most dangerous here? Sorry? Did you say the burger? The burger, yes, thank you. Yes, anybody else? Yes. Donuts, yes, yes, good. You think, yes, it's got most sugar. Anybody else?
No.
Huh?
The alcohol.
The alcohol, thank you very much. Yes, the alcohol is actually is very dangerous. But guess what, guys? Those are all wrong answers.
It's the chair.
It's the chair. Take all this away. Take all this away. All these are very dangerous to our health. However, the chair is the most dangerous. Why is the chair most dangerous? You're all sitting on chairs, so you guys are in trouble. But that's not the case, right? The chair here represents inactivity, being a couch potato. And being a couch potato, what does it do to you? It makes you what? Round. Okay, and then we talk about our BMI. We're talking about body mass index. What's the body mass index? Body mass index basically talks about what your height and your weight is and how it fits into living healthy. Now, if you look at certain people are overweight or obese for certain reasons, either because it's hereditary or because they are not exercising enough. They are always sitting on the chair. Cigarettes, alcohol, all this junk food, they all make our health go down. And today what we want to talk about the dangers of inactivity. Who can give me a fair idea of how often we should exercise in a week? Now, how often does anybody exercise in a week here? Some people are gym lovers, they are gym addicts, I know that. But averagely, sorry, how often does it? 5 times a week, yes?
30 minutes a day.
Yes?
Yeah, and at least 5 times a week.
Bless you, thank you. That's the right answer. 30 minutes a day and 5 times a week. I get patients that say to me, oh, doctor, I've been exercising and I'm not losing weight. Exercise has to be something that makes your heart beat faster, that makes you sweat. So if you walk 5 kilometers every day at a snail pace, yes, it's some kind of activity, but it is not enough. If you walk, it has to be from moderate to intense activity. That will make your heart beat move from the baseline to as high as 140. Some of you have many of these wristwatches that tells you your heart rate when you're exercising. So your heart rate has to go up to show that you are actually exercising. By the time you're done, you should be sweating. I want us to look at some of the side effects of having a raised BMI, being overweight. I'm going to start from the head. First of all, people that are often overweight or fat, they feel depressed. They feel very sad about their weight. People that it concerns. Back home, you don't chop up, when you're big. But ideally, in our community where we are today, you see many people running, especially during the summer. People are running. They are doing a lot of physical activity because they want to keep slim. Depression is a big problem with being overweight. Most importantly, stroke is a very common problem for being overweight. It's one of the complications of being overweight. You can have a stroke. There's also the problem of dementia. Dementia is a big thing that is associated with being overweight. I'm going to go down to the heart. You can have heart problems with being overweight. You can also have problems like hypertension. Hypertension is one of the biggest killer in our community. Many people, they've never checked their blood pressure, And today we're going to have the opportunity of checking our blood pressure at the back. Everybody will check their blood pressure. We get in groups of 2 or so. Apart from hypertension, there's also the risk of other heart diseases like heart failure and things like that with the heart. When you look at that, there's also the risk of diabetes. Diabetes is highly linked to being overweight or obese. So we really need to be very careful about what we eat and being conscious of physical activity. Apart from diabetes, there's also the problem of fatty liver, non-alcoholic fatty liver. Sometimes we go to the doctors and the doctors will say, oh, your liver enzymes are up. What is the cause of that? They check for gallbladder diseases and things like that. They don't find it. It's because of fatty liver. What happens in fatty liver? All the alcohol, all the junk food we are eating, they're all being deposited all around our bodies and in our liver. So the liver cells are being overtaken by fatty cells. But that can be reversed just by being active. Physical activity, very important. Fatty liver. Also, someone says, oh, I'm always having heartburn. When I go to bed, oh, I'm having heartburn. Being obese also can make you have heartburn. It causes what we call Gerd, so acid reflux. And people will find that by the time they start losing weight, this gets better. Believe it or not, being overweight is related to sleeping problems. Some people will say, oh, I sleep, and when I wake up in the morning, I don't feel refreshed. Sleep apnea. Sleep apnea is also related to being overweight. So if you lose weight, you sleep better, and the problem of sleep apnea, snoring. Sometimes some partners will kick their spouses out of the room. Go away, you're snoring too much. You know, you can deal with that by watching your weight. Believe it or not, 20% of cancers are caused by being overweight. 20% of cancers are related to being overweight. So it is important for us to look at what's all this big deal about staying healthy? Why must we be fit? Today we're going to all check our BMIs, and I want us to take that assignment with us today to ask ourselves, am I happy with my BMI? Am I happy with my blood pressure? And if you're not, make a conscious effort to make those changes to prolong our lives. Thank you very much.
See the celebration link for more information for the 2022 Nigerian Festival Week, powered by the Association of Nigerians in Nova Scotia.